one of the best seasons there was because it was Michael Bisping, who's kind of a loudmouth talker.
Mm-hmm.
He took on Dan Henderson, who's Mr. USA. He was former Olympic wrestler. So it was a big time rivalry, and Ross Pearson won the whole damn thing.
Wow!
So here he is. He's now trains in San Diego. Ross Pearson, the real deal, joins the show this morning. How's it going, Ross?
It's going good, man. It's great being here.
Very cool, man. So talk to us a little bit about the experience being on The Ultimate Fighter. I mean, that had to be kind of crazy, going into that house with all those guys living there. What was it like?
Yeah, like you say, it was crazy. Just a lot of emotions going on. Taken out of our whole normal life, living in a house with 16 other guys. Surrounded by cameras, not allowed to watch TV, no radio, no music, nothing. Just
so I mean, it's just you guys just hanging out, trying to entertain each other, right?
You can't even have music?
Nothing.
Why?
They just wanted us to interact with each other.
Oh.
They wanted to go crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cause drama.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
That's there we go.
Are you from London?
I'm not from London. No.
Where are you from?
I'm from the northeast of England, just outside of Sunderland.
Oh, outside Sunderland. Okay.
You know exactly where that is.
Oh, well, I've been there like 7 times, you guys.
Wonderful this time of year.
Oh, no, Costa. It's a little cold. yeah, see? Cold.
So a little different than living in San Diego, probably.
Just a little bit.
Just
Just
slightly.
A little bit.
So what brought you to San Diego? Was it just Alliance, the gym, or what was it that brought you here?
The first time I come out was a few months ago, and I come out for like a pre-camp training to Alliance. My manager's friends with Eric Del Fiero, who's the head coach in Alliance, and he invited us over. I come over and trained. I fell in love with San Diego, the gym, the guys who train at the gym, and I just fit in, and I decided from there I wanted to do me camps for me fight out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
God.
So I mean, the camp's loaded. I mean, you guys have so many great fighters there now. I mean, we just had Phil Davis in the studio a couple days ago. Dominic Cruz is there. Brandon Vera. I mean, you name it. It's a who's who of guys. I mean, you guys are really making a name for yourselves.
Yeah, there's top guys there, and everyone's pushing each other to grow and get better. For me, it's helped me so much. In England, mixed martial arts being a relatively new sport, we don't have the veterans like you say of Brandon Vera's. We don't have the world champions like Dominic Cruz, and coming over here to train with these guys is only bringing me on the whole world.
Yeah, I mean, when you train against a guy like Dominic Cruz, I mean, it has to make you faster. It has to. I mean, every aspect has to improve.
Totally. Everything, like you say, you're going in there training with a world champion, you've got to raise your game.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to get beat down.
So you said the guys from Alliance called you and invited you out. I didn't know that's a thing that goes on. So did you get calls from places like all over the world asking you to come be at their gym, or how does that work?
Not necessarily. I personally was looking to reach out to go into a new gym. I'd personally like training in different gyms, going around and seeing what other guys are doing, learning new things. I asked my manager, I said I wanted to come over to the States, and fortunately my manager's friends with Eric, and Eric invited us over.
Oh, wow. How's the culture shock?
It's fine, for some reason I've been all over the United States training, and for some reason I fit in San Diego. I don't know if it's...
I think it's the tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference from like the States and England? Like, what do you notice immediately when you get over here?
The weather.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's so cold back in Shacklesville. Like, I don't even know.
Sky.
What?
It's not. No.
Shacklesville.
Is it that one?
No, that's not what he said.
Sorry, I smoked a lot of pot back in the day. So, anyway.
Here's something that's pretty cool. Dominic Cruz, UFC champion, is actually opening his own Alliance gym, and they're having a grand opening in El Cajon tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and a lot of those guys from Alliance, I think even you're going to be there.
Yeah, we're all going to be there. Brandon Vera, Phil Davis, Joey Beltran.
So if you want to meet these guys,
wow,
come
cool.
Go for it, man. It's at 1611 North Magnolia in El Cajon. If you want more information, you can go to alliancegym.com. So, I mean, you want to meet some of your favorite fighters. Joey Beltran, Big P1 of the show.
Oh, and they're the coolest guys.
Yeah, they're the
please.
best. They're the best, absolutely. Costa, you got a question?
I'm always amazed, Ross, how people get into MMA and the UFC. You mentioned it wasn't, that popular over there in the UK. Did you have that epiphany? Was it like seeing one fight? I mean, where did the light bulb go on where you said, okay, that's what I want to do?
Well, I've always been involved in martial arts. I started martial arts as a kid. I grew up wanting to be a professional boxer. I missed school wanting to be, so I always wanted to compete.
Were you a bad kid?
Yes,
a little
that's
bit.
yes.
Yeah, did you
That's
get
yes.
straps?
I have got that look.
Oh,
I always wanted to be a fighter.
Yeah.
I was training to be a boxer. And my friends at the time, they got into mixed martial arts, and I wanted to go.
it looked fun to you, huh?
Yeah, I was like, if I hit someone with these little gloves on, these guys are going out. So,
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Yeah, shockingly.
But the first time I trained, they didn't. I was getting beat up, man.
Oh, really?
And it was just a total culture shock.
Oh, wow.
I needed to learn more, and from that moment, I just switched in. Mixed martial arts was my thing.
And
Wow.
now you're in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and you have a humongous fight coming up in the UFC. They're going back to Brazil for the first time in decade.
Man.
And Ross is on the main card. He's fighting a guy named Edson Barboza, who is undefeated.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about Edson Barboza?
I think he's a good fighter. I don't think he's fought anyone like me yet. I don't think he's been tested how I'm going to test him. I think I'm a completely new fighter. I'm hungry, ready to go. I think this is the best Ross Pearson you're going to see coming out here from Alliance. You know, new ideas, new camp, new training partners behind us. I'm hungry. I'm keen. I want to show the world my new skills, what I've learned. You know, I'm like a kid with new toys. I want to go out there and play, I know.
So are you bringing any moves from the UK over here, like the bangers and mash, or the...
Guy?
What? Like, we can make some cool new moves, bro. They can belong to him.
Submission by bangers and mash.
See?
Sure.
That I would want.
Done. Oh, like that's like worse than the rear naked choke.
No, that's a good
Really?
point, yeah.
Really? Bangers and
Ross,
mash.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Do it, bro. Do
So,
it.
are you looking forward to hanging out in Brazil? Like, when are you leaving? Because isn't it next Saturday?
I fly Monday morning.
Okay.
Get there Tuesday.
Brazilian wax. You should do that.
I don't,
Oh my
I
God.
hate being like this.
I'm trying to help him. He's about to travel.
Oh, jeez.
I'm worldly.
Ross,
Fine, I'll be quiet.
thank you. So when you get to Brazil, you're gonna have any time to like do stuff, or do you immediately gonna start getting
As
in
soon as
mode?
I'm there, it's fight mode.
Okay.
Cutting weight, get ready to fight. We have some major things to do. So as soon as I get there, I'm not actually. At first, when I first got told that I was fighting in Brazil, I was like, "Wow, I'm going to Brazil. I'm going to fight in Brazil. We'll go and see this. We'll go and do it." But now I'm so close to fight, I'm not even thinking about
job.
Brazil. It's
Just-
job.
it's your
Get there
job.
and fight.
Absolutely.
Will you
And-
get some time after the fight to hang out, or are you coming back here to do your
I actually fly straight home on the 28th.
Aww.
Oh man.
I've been away from home now for like 8-9 weeks.
yeah. So home, you mean England?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I fly back to England
Wow.
for only a short few weeks, and then I'm coming back out here. Hopefully, back end of September, I'll be back out here.
Now, how are you gonna deal? Because obviously Barboza he's from Rio, so how you, I mean that crowd's gonna be going nuts for him. Does that play a part in what you think about, or is it just like whatever? I'm gonna tune it out.
Yeah, you know, before I fought in the UFC on the smaller shows and that, I've been and fought in other guys' background on a smaller scale, and yeah, it was. You hear the boos, but once the first punch lands, you switch on into fight mode, you know. So I've just got to overcome that. I've got to block it out. I've got to go in there mentally prepared. I've been thinking about it, been preparing myself, ready for it. So it's not. I'm not going to go in there and expect not. You know.
Well, you know what will quiet him down, Ross?
Knock that guy out.
Big
That's
knockout. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go there, beat this guy, and fly straight home.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
nothing better, man.
Give him the
Awesome.
bangers and mash. Yeah.
It's not gonna ever.
A 1-2 banger and mash.
Please. God, this is awful.
Go get him,
Ross,
Ross.
the real deal Pearson. He won the Ultimate Fighter Season 9. He's fighting in UFC Rio. Huge fight against Edson Barboza. Thanks for coming in, man. We really appreciate it. And good luck with the fight.
Thanks a lot, man. Don't forget, come check us out at El Cajon and Alliance Gym on Saturday.
Yeah, 11 a.m. Go check out Dominic and Brandon Vera and Joey Beltran. The whole gang's going to be out there.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. Very cool. We'll have...